Today we're going to be looking at number bonds with word problems. Number bonds sometimes are shown like this. In the number bond, there are 3 parts. Just like in these word problems, there are going to be 3 parts. One part is our whole. Our whole is also known as a total. How many in all together, a collection, or the sum. Those are all the words that have to do with that number that goes at the top. So once you identify that in the word problems, you can put that number in its spot at the top. And then the bottom, there's 2 sections. That's because we like to call it part plus part. And it's just an easy way to remember that because it says part plus part, in that section, these 2 sections right here will have to have a number in it to be able to add because you have 2 parts. However, if you have a total and only 1 part, that means you cannot add, so you have to do the opposite, which is to subtract. And now this is what our total number bond will look like. This is our number bond without any numbers. The number at the top you could take from, but you cannot take from the sides. We like to remember it as a number bond path. The path goes down, down, and side to side. Well, why does it go down, down? Because it goes with the number at the top and then it goes down to one of the other numbers. Or it could go in a different direction. It will have the total and one of the parts, but missing another part. That section is highlighted showing that the number in the whole needs to be subtracted from a number in the part. All right, now we could also go ahead and take a look at it in our tape diagram. It's a tape diagram because the number at the top represents a whole and the bottom are 2 parts you could rip apart like a tape, like when you put tape, masking tape out, and you can show that you have 2 parts and you need to put them together, or a whole. So today we're going to look at some word problems and we're going to use that strategy. Step 1, we read our word problems and then we annotate. We annotate to listen for keywords that's going to help us solve or put our numbers in our part plus part whole diagram. Anne puts 37 photos in one book and 24 photos in another book. How many photos does she use in all? There are a lot of keywords in the story. But first off, the story is about Anne, and she has 37 photos in one book. And is a keyword. And means that things are being combined, put together. And in this case, she has 37 photos in one book, and she has 24 in another book. So she has 2 books. How many photos does she use in all? That's another key word. Well, let's take a look at our number bond. Anne has 37 photos in one book. So that means that one part of the story has 37. And 24 in another book. That means another part of the story has another number. A keyword here is in all. In all is also a keyword for total. So we have a question mark next to in all, which means that we do not know. So we have to put a question mark in our total or whole section. And next, one part of our story has 37 photos. The other part of the story has 24 photos. This makes sense for it to be put into our number bond in the part plus part section because part of the story is in one book and the other number is in another book. So how many does she have in all is a good question for add. Our number sentence is going to be 37 plus 24 equals question mark. Next, we're getting ready to solve. In second grade, we solve by adding all of our tens and adding all of our ones in partial sums. So I'm going to say 37. And how I say 37 is literally writing 30 and then 7. Next, I'm going to put plus, since that's our property of operation in this question. And it says 24. I said the answer, 20 and 4. So I'm going to write 20 in the tens section and 4 in the ones. Next, I'm getting ready to add. I'm going to add by saying 30 plus 20. And I put a dot under 3 and a dot under 2 because that's what I'm going to add, except my answer is going to have a 0 at the end. So I'm going to put that dot right here, right next to this question mark, this equal sign. And I'm going to say what 3 plus 2 is, which is 5. And remember, since these are tens, we're going to add a 0 at the end. So we have 5 tens, or 50. Next, we're going to add 7 plus 4. So we're going to count on by putting 7 in our head and adding 1, 2, 3, 4. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have 11 ones. Now I'm going to add 50 plus 11. 0 plus 1 is 1. And 5 plus 1 is 6. So that means Anne has 61 photos in all. This makes sense because if I were to put 61 in my number bond, and I could check by saying 7 plus 4 is 11, and then regrouped and made a new 10. So 3 tens plus 2 tens is 5 tens, plus 1 more is 6 tens. You could always check by subtracting 61 minus 24, gives us 37, and 61 minus 37 gives us 34. So this is how to solve this word problem of the day.